The big one.
Okay, yeah, we've been waiting for this one.
Well, it's not a double title fight anymore, which sucks because we lost Volkanovski and Ortega to COVID.
Holloway would say.
Yeah, but
Life goes on.
For sure. I thought Ortega was going to win that fight, but we'll talk. It's coming back. It's not off for good. It will happen. So we're going to have some other card at Super Stack later in the year, right? Yeah. But the big one, right? The heavyweight goat versus the sand farmer.
Stipe Miocic.
He's a nickname. That's right. From the sand farmer
versus Francis Ngannou.
I mean, big bangers, right? We all know the story of this fight.
Yeah.
Stipe's got to avoid the power.
He's got to avoid the
power, and he's the better MMA fighter, right? The other question mark is what has Stipe done in the time? Now, he's been working with some top guys, and it's going to go over. You're going to hear this over and over, this narrative of him working with Usman, which probably helps him, right? For sure. He's not going to be against it. He has said he has worked on his wrestling. This is before the Stipe fight, too. He said he was bummed in Biggie Boy. He didn't get to use any wrestling in his other fights because he wanted to, show that he's improved. It has been about 3 years since this fight happened, which, as we know, is enough time to get yourself a blue belt, right? Learn your game. So he could be a better grappler by now. Who knows? And that's what we want to see what happens. That's what we have to see. It's a question mark. I'm not going to say he is better or he isn't. That's what we're going to learn on Saturday night.
That's a hard narrative for me to buy sometimes.
Well, I don't think he's going to come out being Khabib.
Yeah, well, no, absolutely not. But it's also like there's also octagon experience value, and then there's also training room experience value. You're like in the big moment. Are you using that in actual competition or in the training room, right? Like, I just don't see. I think Stipe wins this fight again, and I'm gonna bet money that he wins it by a finish this time.
Here's where I'm at with this fight right now. Full disclosure, I've already laid a bet on Stipe Miocic, and that's just because he's underdog money right now. But I might end up fucking hedging and put Francis Ngannou by KO on the other side, because that's the way the fight's gonna go if Francis wins this fight. He's not gonna win a fucking decision, although who knows what these judges are gonna fucking say. But I don't see a world where Francis wins a 5-round decision against Stipe Miocic. It's gonna either he knocks him out, and the thing is, like every other Francis fight, he's only got to be good for 1 second. We saw it with Derek Lewis and Curtis Blades. We've seen it in other fights where you only have to be, when you have power like Francis Ngannou, it just takes one. It just takes one.
Yeah, but I think Stipe's got the answer to this.
Most likely.
And I think, like, I'm at this moment, I am so confident. I've already put money on Stipe money line that I'm going to put money on.
This is a good value, though.
Yeah, it's a good fight, but I'm also going to put money on Stipe to finish.
I don't know about that.
There were spots, man. He had Ngannou rocked in that first fight.
But Stipe doesn't finish much.
But I think if he actually goes for it, he can do it. He can finish Ngannou.
How many finishes does Stipe have in his life? I don't think he has many finishes.
He can finish Ngannou. But the only thing that worries me, though, obviously.
And Ngannou, does he
one-punch
get
power. And Stipe's been in some wars with 3 DC fights.
There is this other, and I never noticed this, and it's kind of true about Stipe Miocic. All his tough fights were guys up in age. The top guys that he's beaten, the Cormiers and the JDSs and his top guys.
But I think that's a good valid argument for somebody that's not Francis Ngannou. Like, he is well versed with Francis Ngannou.
Is he?
Like, he knows what to expect, Francis Ngannou. He's been through it once.
Yeah, knowing what to. It just takes one. It just takes one.
After that first Francis fight, his eye was
and I think Francis was the reason he lost to Cormier.
Jody has spoken.
I think I'm going to bet the farm on Francis.
I'm going to put some money on a Francis by KO prop. That's if a Francis Ngannou fight is happening, you should put money on a Francis Ngannou knockout prop. It's stupid not to. I have the Stipe on the other side, because if you're going to give me the heavyweight champion who is arguably the best of all time in that division at underdog money, yes, I'll take a shot at that. But I am not sold. Like, heads up picks, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to wait this one out.
Oh, I'm going heads up Stipe. And
I might.
Money line Stipe, and I'm going Stipe finish this one.
I don't see a finish.
And I think you see Stipe John Jones.
Well, if Stipe wins, it will be for sure. That's guaranteed. Whoever wins this fight's fighting John Jones. That's already set in stone.
And I think I might take Francis again on that.
Well, the thing with Francis is dangerous every fucking fight because that power is ungodly. It's crazy, the power that he has.
I mean,
I think Francis is a harder fight for John Jones than Stipe is for John Jones, which is so weird for me to say because I think Stipe is going to
Well, styles make fights.
Yeah. So,
but this is what this fight is basically the MMA version of Fury versus Wilder. That's what it is. And Wilder came a couple seconds away from beating Tyson Fury, right? The count, there's a questionable count and all that stuff. So it's the same game. Like the better MMA fighter is Stipe Miocic, for sure.
It's going to go the distance. Francis is going to win. Mike's going to come in fucking breaking tables. These fucking judges.
Quitting MMA.
If fucking Francis Ngannou wins by decision, the judges need to fucking go, because this guy is not going to throw high volume.
Dude, there's no way he's done after the first or second round.
He's not going to.
No way.
Oh, he lasted 5 with Francis.
Dude, he's done. But
he
will
lasted.
not knock Stipe out after the first round.
He
can stay in there, but he will not knock him out.
You're looking at a different person.
He's
a different
too slow.
time.
He's too muscular. No, it ain't happening, bro.
I don't know.
Well,
again, I haven't settled in on anybody yet. So Tony seems more sure about this fight than I am. I'm not sure yet.
Well, that's because I watched the first fight twice this weekend.
I don't think it's relevant. I don't think the first fight. It's too long ago. It's not relevant anymore.
I don't think Ngannou's done enough to show me he's got more of a well-rounded game because he's knocked fools out, which is what Ngannou does.
I mean, does that mean that Stipe's just going to try to take him to the
Stipe's
ground?
40 years old, too.
No, I think Stipe's going to play essentially the same game.
Stipe's 40 years old, too.
I mean, that was my argument. Is I think Stipe is at the end of his
40's,
career.
40's the end of the line, though. There's not many at 40.
Ngannou's the future. You know, I think Ngannou's going to.
So that's again. I am
supreme.
not picking Francis Ngannou right now. I'm not picking anybody today. But
I'm picking Francis.
Again, I already, like I said, being full disclosure, I already put some money on Stipe because of that line, and that line's worth putting some money on. But I'm probably going to come back with Francis by knockout on the other side and hedge that shit, because I think that's a smart way to bet this fight. Stipe hit money line, and then Francis with a KO. If you want to make money on that fight, that's the way you do it. But yeah, it's a good one. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited for it.
Well, let's move on to the co-main. I guess it's now the co-main event.
Again, another one.
I think we all know how this one's going to end.
I don't know. I think Willie's going to get back on track.
I'm kind of feeling the same
the
vibe
chosen one
too.
gets back on track.
I might, for sporting and closing the gap, go at Luque, but I do think Woodley gets back on track. Otherwise, the fact that he's still fighting kind of encourages me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like why are you still in there?
And the guys he struggled with are very good grapplers, right? He lost to Usman, he lost to Burns, and he lost to Colby. Mm-hmm. Guys that swarm you, that smother you.
You have the threat of the takedown. You got to think in the back of your head.
And Luque's not going to do that. Luque's going to try to kickbox with him.
Yeah.
And he's a great kickboxer. He might knock his head off. And then if that does happen, this is the last fight for Tyron Woodley. But I think Woodley gets back to him wrestling him to the ground and grinding this out.
Woodley hits him with a counter shot.
I honestly, I'm leaning Woodley by submission. That's where I'm leaning in this fight.
Well, I mean,
very similar to the Darren Till
underdog.
situation. I think he was a big underdog against Darren Till as well, and I think this is a very similar matchup for that fight. And Darren, a little bit bigger. Darren Till was even bigger.
Yeah.
But Darren Till, great kickboxer. Fucking Woodley took him to the ground. Again, his last 3 fights, he looked fucking horrible. But those are guys that have endless gas tanks and are fucking great
you
grapplers.
can't do the recency bias shit sometimes.
Well, it's not even there's a recency bias. If it was another grappler, I'm like, oh, maybe he doesn't have that. But Luque is not going to be taking him down and shooting shots.
Luque's been in the game for a bit too. He's got a lot of damage. He's been in some fights.
I mean, but Luque is 3 inches taller than him.
So was Darren Till.
Yeah, I guess that's.
And Darren Till's
and they're very similar fighters.
Heavyweight.
And they're very similar fighters, Luque and Till. Very similar style with the kickboxing and all that stuff. Yeah. So I do honestly think Woodley does come back in here. I might end up picking Luque and our heads up picks just because I need to close this fucking ground. But we'll see. We'll see if I end up doing it.
Don't get desperate yet.
It's not desperate. I mean, I don't think that would be a desperate. No, I rather go with him than fucking Thomas Almeida.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So if you're gonna take a shot, this time a shot to take it. You know?
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think Woodley wins this fight.
I'm leaning Woodley as well.
All right. Well, let's keep Sugar Sean.
Sugar Sean returns.
Sugar Sean gets back on track.
That's what this fight was made for.
He knocks Thomas Almeida out.
Yes.
First or second round.
Yeah. With some crazy fucking hook.
Yeah.
Some right hooks.
Yeah, that or straight down the pipe.
Favorite.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, Sugar's still undefeated, right? Him and Izzy are still undefeated.
Mm-hmm. No, come on, bro. You had me there for a second. I'm like, what?
He agreed. Did you see that? His truth came out.
I was zoning out.
He's kayfabing for the podcast.
I get one freebie.
Yeah, he was with me all there. Yeah, we got to do a big thing. Although Izzy's not really saying he won.
Well, let's keep rolling with it. You guys feel pretty strongly about that.
Yeah,
last card on the main fight.
This is another fun one. I think Malarkey's going to be pulled off, though. Malarkey's part of the Volkanovski camp, who also had Brad Riddell get pulled off from a fight. Yeah. Shane Younger's been pulled off from a fight. So I think that Malarkey's going to get pulled and Kama Worthy's going to have a different opponent. So I'm not really going to speak too much.
But I would probably, if it were these two, I'd probably take Kama Worthy, the Death Star here.
All right.
And I'm going to take Worthy against replacement, too. And this is going to be a tough one.
We should have had this one, what is it, a month ago?
This is going to be a good fight. This is going to be a fun fight.
This is hard. I
Fireworks.
Still feel the same. I think William Knight's going to get this done.
And I'm still going to lean towards Benefield. Yeah. Benefield was supposed to be the next great light heavyweight. He lost the OSP, was it? And who else got him? He kind of got derailed a little bit. I know OSP got him for sure.
OSP got him. He lost it. Was it Did
OSP get a Von Flu on him?
I thought he knocked him out.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I know OSP had a recent Von Flu.
Event result.
Dude with the damn
Clark.
But
he lost by decision, so that doesn't count. Yeah. He did knock out Paul Craig, who just ended Mauricio Shogun's career. Yeah. Again, Benefield was a big-time prospect. He's kind of lost his way, and I think he gets back on track. William Knight, though, another one of these guys from the Contender Series who has looked sharp, got the
William
knockout
Knight
power.
Is like the light heavyweight version of Derek Lewis.
I think the safest bet in this fight is going to be under 1.5.
Yeah.
I don't think this fight makes it halfway through that second round. I think this is going to be a quick fight. Whoever lands first is going to win this fight.
I'm gonna stay with William Knight here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our first disagreement. Straight up disagreement.
Yeah.
And that's because I think that Benefield gets back on track.
Next one, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with two of these chicks. I've seen Jessica Penne fight a few times. Hannah Goldie. Yeah, I can't speak much to this one.
No, I don't. 24 cake. She had more tattoos.
24 kids.
I gotta look back. I gotta look at the film in this. I'm gonna watch some film again.
I think Goldie's the
and go
favorite.
Back into it. But
Penne has some solid training partners and stuff, though. I do see that.
Where's this fight happening? Do you know? The one's
125 probably.
I probably would lean towards Goldie.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Again, I want to watch some film. Obviously,
it's a big reach advantage.
The way it looks, just look at that picture. It looks like Goldie's going to try to grapple her, and Penny's going to try to fight her from distance. That's what I'm guessing is going to try to happen in that fight. But I just want to see them work a little bit more. Because honestly, I don't know much about either one of these two.
Do we have a?
Well, it looks like Goldie typically goes to decision here.
Yeah. So that's it.
All right. Well, first fight.
Average fight time 15 minutes.
Right.
Jared
Gooden and Abu Bakar.
Now, remember I was really big on Night Train, his last fight, and he got who was it?
He didn't look bad though.
But he fought. Man, can we look at to pull up Jared Gooden? I was all about him. He's a big underdog, but he is live for sure. I like Jared Gooden a lot. Who was it last fight? Oh, Joe Ban's return.
A hell of a fight.
Yeah, it was a really, really good fight against Joe Ban. I think Gooden has a future for sure. He's not the youngest guy for sure, but he's young in UFC age.
You got to worry about those guys' last names end in a V.
Now, is that a cousin?
I don't know. Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov.
Again, I don't know much about Abu Bakar. I'm guessing he's a grappler.
Yeah,
probably Sambo trained and all that stuff.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go Jared Gordon. I don't know much about the other guy,
I'm gonna go Gordon too.
Who's your favorite, Jody?
I'm looking it up. I don't. Oh wait, here it is. Favorite is Nurmagomedov at -240.
So moderate favorite.
I don't
Gooden's think plus 180.
I don't think a guy who's 0-0 should be a -240 favorite.
Let's go with Jared Gooden.
Yeah, I'm leaning Gooden as well.
All right. Well, so that's upcoming fight, which we are going to do a fight companion on.
I'm guessing there's gonna be more fights on this fucking.
Let's see. Hold on a second.
Oh, there might be. Oh well, yeah. Wait a minute. I got a whole bunch more fights here.
Julian Robinson, Miranda. I'm going Miranda Maverick. That fight was supposed to happen, right? Oh, wait.
Spike Carlisle went to LFA, huh?
Oh, so Modestas Bukakis versus Michael Oleksiuk.
Dude, this guy over here sneaky, this pole, man.
Who, Bukowskis?
Yeah.
The Lord?
I'm going to go with the pole here, the Lord. Michael Oleksiuk.
I'm going to dig into this one a little bit more. I am liking
Bukakis looks promising,
the size of him as well, too.
That's a big dude, man. He reminds me of...
Yeah, he's got.
If he was bald, he would remind me of the guy from the movie Troy.
I honestly don't know much about either of these two guys, so I want to go ahead and look at.
You know Bukakis. We've watched.
I've seen him before, but I want to.
He lost his.
I don't know. I don't know Alexei much at all, honestly.
Keep rolling with it.
Yeah, I'm on Miranda Maverick. This fight got canceled. Who got it? Was it Jillian Robinson? Got really sick, right?
Yeah, Jillian Robinson had to drop out day before.
Jillian Robinson, the only one with worse fight IQ than fucking Trevin Giles.
Well, I don't know if it's fight IQ or just one trick pony.
So yeah, she
Armbar
even
from
said
guard.
it. Yeah,
Armbar from
I'm
guard.
submission over position. She said that 100%.
I'm armbar from guard. If
And I
doesn't
think
work.
all of her wins were submission, right?
Yeah, I don't
all
know
9 of
I
them.
don't know what the fuck to do.
But Miranda Maverick's a fucking beast.
She's vicious.
She fucking is lethal on the
She's
feet.
vicious.
And I think Jenny Robinson's in for a fucking headache on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I think Miranda Maverick gets this done.
All right, Shane Young, that fight is off. They're
Shane
looking
Young?
for a replacement for
Are
Shane
they?
Young.
It's confirmed.
They're looking for a replacement for Shane Young. Shane Young's fully out. I don't know about the other guy, Malarkey. He probably will end up being, but
So, yeah, let's see. What is it? I think
Azatar.
Azatar is. Now he's not the one that
Power
they're
bar.
giving him the second chance, are they?
No, that's Omar.
Oh, okay.
The one who word on the street, those weren't fucking potatoes. Those were steroids.
They were potatoes.
Some
remember?
some fighters.
you
I
know
forget who it
what,
was. I saw it
bro?
on Twitter. I was scrolling through the timeline. Just so you guys know, if you're arguing with somebody on Twitter, most likely it's me. You can tell by the arrogance. But yeah,
It's okay, dude. We don't ask what's in your sister's purse.
hey, right.
That was his response.
Right.
He's like, I don't ask what's in your
Oh yeah,
sister's
I was
purse.
reading that. He's like,
He may be related. They look
my
alike.
response
Yeah.
is a non-response. And then, like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Again, early prelims. I want to dig into this a little bit more.
I don't
I'll
wanna lie to
Probably
you.
lean Azatar in this one, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to.
I'm guessing they want to fight. They want Azatar to win this fight.
We're not ashamed to say it.
Mark is the
There's a
favorite
lot of fighters.
at minus 125.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to look and dig in this tape. Again, I'm not making no
Power
picks here today,
bar.
but
Power
again.
bars are gross, man. I hate those ones.
Yo, those are fucking terrible,
Fucking
man. Yeah,
Why would you name yourself Power Bar?
Quest bar fucking blew them out the water.
Why not at least Quest?
And
Bar,
every
bro?
other
At least on a
bar.
Quest to the belt.
Yeah. They're in Canada, man. They got a whole different thing. They probably like that shit.
Fuck.
They put gravy on fries.
Canadians.
Oh, dude, poutine is the shit, man.
I love poutang.
All right, well that wraps
Potato,
up this
potato.
this card. We're gonna have we're gonna do a little fight companion on it, and
Busy
probably
weekend this
It's
weekend.
gonna be a busy
Yeah.
day. So early on, before these prelims start, me and Tony, it's a pay-per-view, so we're gonna play out the pay-per-view card, and it's usually pretty accurate to how the fights turned out in the fight. So we'll be on Twitch at twitchtv.intheguard, live streaming. We're gonna do the fights, everything on the main cards, the main event. We got Woodley and Luque. Who else is on that main card? I'm forgetting off the top of the head. We obviously Stipe and Francis. So everything that goes on in that main card, we're gonna go ahead and play that out, and then we'll start the prelims. We'll be tweeting along, and then for the main card, we'll be doing a fight companion live streaming,
yeah.
followed by a live podcast,
Podcast,
right?
Yeah.
Straight behind.
Yeah.
We'll go right
So be on
into
there
it.
answering questions for you. You can talk shit to me for all the shit I talk during the car when I'm tweeting and all that stuff. So we will be doing it all next Saturday. It's gonna be a long day. Having some fun with us. Live streaming from start to finish for the most part.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Show. All right, well let's move on. A couple of fight announcements that happened recently.
Drama, the best part of the show.
You know, this is a fight. I don't know that I'm personally
I'm
think
interested.